Hey everybody, I just wanted to check in and give you an update on what's going on in the outdoor world here in Minnesota, the Dakotas, Wisconsin, as things seem to be changing day by day. I got a little nervous today when I saw a picture going around saying Governor Wallace was extending the shutdown, and then I read a little bit closer. You have to have a sense of humor in a time like this, and you have to still be able to go out and enjoy the outdoors in a safe manner. Of course, I hope you are safe and healthy. I hope your family is. That is the number one and most important thing in all of this, is that everybody remains safe and healthy, of course. At the same time, we have to be able to go about some of those things that we enjoy in life and just do it in a safe and responsible manner. So things are starting to slowly reopen in our region here. Minnesota, we're still on track for May 4 at this time. Boundary waters, other outdoor opportunities. That could change, of course, at any time. North Dakota is starting to reopen some restaurants, bars, breweries, distilleries, and food trucks. They have a number of guidelines, including the capacity can't go above 50% than a normal capacity. One of these restaurant or bars in North Dakota. Standing in bars will not be allowed. Have to be seated. Also, there was some talk from the governor of North Dakota about shutting down boat accesses and fishing if people couldn't fish in a responsible manner. And this time of year, particularly in North Dakota, shore fishing is very popular. You see it also in the other states, especially in the springtime of the year. If you're standing shoulder to shoulder with somebody, and I know in some places it gets a little crowded, it gets a little cramped, so you try to fish that spot on the spot. But if you're fishing shoulder to shoulder, he warned that he would shut things down. Now, I'm not a big fan of that. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I understand the sentiment, because you want to remain distant from each other. It's practical. It's smart in the world we're living in right now. So just stay 6 feet apart, a rod length apart, and do your fishing, and everything's going to be just fine. Wisconsin is opening their state parks May 1st. That was announced today. Effective May 1st, nearly all Wisconsin state park properties will be open. Annual admission passes and/or trail passes are required. New hours for all the properties will be 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. All properties will close weekly on Wednesdays. Camping will remain closed through May 26th. However, and full refunds will be issued for those with reservations. There are a few of the properties that are going to remain closed: Gibraltar Rock State Natural Area, Pewett's Nest State Natural Area, Parfrey's Glen State Natural Area, and Dells of the Wisconsin River State Natural Area. Also, if you don't have a pass, they won't be available on site. You can do it over the phone. I think you could probably do it online as well. You may have to wait for your pass to come in the mail, but that's what you're just going to have to do. Capacity will be limited at all properties to prevent overcrowding. All facilities, including restrooms and drinking fountains, will be closed, of course, and they will continue to monitor property conditions and make adjustments as needed to limit the spread of COVID-19, protect the natural resources, and provide safe and accessible opportunities for Wisconsinites to enjoy the outdoors. Of course, don't make a mess. Don't deface the property. Leave no trace, and don't overcrowd the area. Just be smart about this, and we can still go enjoy these things. So again, Wisconsin state parks, the majority of them opening up May 1st, an annual pass required, limited capacity, new hours. Go enjoy the time outside, especially as this weather is warming up. It's important to get outside and do some of these things. What are you doing? I want to hear from you. How are you practicing social distancing in the outdoors? Are you still going out and doing some fishing? How are you coping in this world? Comment and let us know below. Minnesota Department of Natural Resources issued a statement talking about how you can still enjoy fishing in the outdoors without having to travel too far. So there are some unique opportunities in the state. I mean, there's 10,000 plus lakes, right? A bunch of rivers, a bunch of streams. There are areas that you don't have to travel very far to enjoy some good fishing. As a matter of fact, my nephew Dan Amundsen and my brother Wade did some fishing in the Twin Cities Metro, and I'd heard a little bit about this opportunity. I'm going to show you a little bit about it because Dan and I talked about it. We did an interview for the radio show, and he explained how it went for him and how unique it was. And it was in the heart of the Twin Cities. So we're just going to give you a little sneak peek. This is going to be on the radio show coming up this weekend. Let's see, how about right about here? during your trip
No,
there.
no, it's we went a little late in the year. It's kind of that post-spawn tough period where you find a lot of small fish. But if you want some interesting fishing, you can definitely find a bunch of walleyes, almost like crappie fishing right up by the dam.
And it could be good fishing, but it was kind of a neat adventure. You didn't just see some landmarks that normally you only see from a vehicle, but you got to see some wildlife adapting to an urban environment.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I didn't expect it, but we ran all the way up to the dam, so it's locking dam number one. Um, and we got up there, and the water's rushing, the falls are coming down, and all of a sudden there's just these geese all over the place. And you see them kind of splashing around in the water, getting real territorial like they always do. But then if you start looking a little closer, look up against the lock door, and there's these little shelves on each door. And also you look up there, and there's a goose nesting up there, right on the door. And then you start looking, there's a 75-foot high wall on one of the sides because it feels like you're in a big canyon and you're in a river, and it's carved out a lot. You see the high rises up top there, but there's again some of these shelves, and we watch some of these geese fly up off the water. And where are they going? It looks like they're going to run right into the wall. Well, nope, they fly right up to their nest right on these shelves.
So it's kind of a unique experience to fish that pool too in the heart of the Twin Cities there, but it's also year-round walleye fishing. It's catch and release only, but you can go fish there year-round for walleyes right in the heart of the metro area. So if you're in the Twin Cities right now and you're worried about not being able to travel for the walleye fishing opener, well, there are some opportunities for you close to home. And Dan will talk more about that coming up on Sporting Journal Radio this weekend. And by the way, this is the new format. This is the way the radio show is going to look like now. You'll be able to watch it on Facebook. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube. And, of course, listen to it on the 30 stations around the region on the Sporting Journal Radio Network. And, of course, via any podcast that your favorite podcast app, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Springtime, of course, turkey season is going strong. It's been a good year for some. Dan also talks about his first bow hunting experience. Just happened to be first time he went bow hunting this year, first time turkey hunting this year. And I warned him, I said, Dan, bow hunting for turkeys is kind of tough. Don't be discouraged if it goes tough, if it doesn't go your way. Especially the first year. Well, he had a pretty memorable opening morning, and he'll explain it. And we'll show you the pictures, too, on the video version of the radio show. This is one of my favorite years for photography, or favorite time of year for photography. I like to take wildlife pictures, of course. The waterfowl are in their spring breeding plumage. All the colors, they're bright and vibrant. They're starting to nest, so then you get the little ones waddling around a little bit. And actually, this Sunday night, we're going to feature a wildlife photographer on Prairie Sportsman this Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. on Pioneer PBS. Shooting Without Shells. Steve Olenschlager is a unique wildlife photographer in the sense that not only does he go out and chase wildlife around, travels to different states, does it a lot during the hunting season. He'll follow hunters around and get shots of hunters in the field interacting with wildlife. But he can go right in his backyard. He's got a duck pond in his backyard, and he gets wood ducks and mallards and all sorts of waterfowl right up close and personal. And then he also raises upland birds. So he raises prairie chickens. He raises ruffed grouse, spruce grouse. He's got a couple of unique birds that we're going to feature on the show. Here's a little sneak peek. Preview of what's coming up on Prairie Sportsman this Sunday night. Coming up on Prairie Sportsman, we go shooting without shells with wildlife photographer Steve Olenschlager, who also raises upland birds like prairie chickens and ruffed grouse. All on the next Prairie Sportsman. Watch Shooting Without Shells on Pioneer PBS May 3rd, Sunday night at 7:30, WDSC in Duluth May 9th, TPT Live May 16th, Minnesota Channel May 21st, on Lakeland PBS June 6th, and on KSMQ June 25th. That's what's going on today. Check out Sporting Journal Radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll probably throw up as a little promo teaser to show you what the new format of the radio show is going to be like. We'll throw up this interview with Dan on our YouTube channel probably tomorrow, and maybe up on Facebook too. So follow Sporting Journal Radio on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. And thanks for watching. Get out and enjoy the outdoors. Please do it safely. Please, I hope you stay healthy. And thanks for watching.